Good morning, everybody. My name is Russ Hicks. I'm the president of Public Sector Partners. Public Sector Partners is an organization that is dedicated to delivering educational forums for California government. We partner with California in 4 different events. Secretary Batcher is trusting in us enough to help us do the Workforce and Leadership Development event, government transformation that you're at today. In May, we're going to be working with the State CIO's office to deliver the Emerging Technologies event to deliver education for the IT community. Then at the end of September, we deliver the cybersecurity event for the state ISO and the state privacy officer. And then finally, we finish up the year in November with a project delivery forum. Each one of these forums has grown its own personality over the years that we've been doing them, but we love it. You guys are great partners, and hopefully the educational content that you receive over the next 8 hours will definitely make your time investment worthwhile. The content for this forum is developed over a 6-month time period that involves, I believe there are 70 people for this particular forum engaged in the development of the educational sessions. They put in a lot of hours and a lot of time, so as you can see, there's quite a bit of manpower invested in this forum. If you're curious about the actual names and information on the people that are involved, visit the webpage. There is detailed bios and pictures of all of the advisory board members. This forum also, actually, all of our PSP forums would not be possible without the tremendous both monetary and resource investment from our incredible sponsors. As you can see here on the screen, there are a lot of people that are making an investment today in your education and development. I've got a request from the bottom of my heart. Take some time in between sessions, during lunch, and especially at the reception at the end of the forum, to go by the different booths and meet the people that are investing in you. They would appreciate knowing that you appreciate the time, effort, and resources that they are investing. Today's agenda. Obviously, we're going to have our opening remarks with our executive sponsor. Next, we're going to expose you to a new form of presentations that we're trying. How many of you have heard something called TED Talks? Good. We can't use the term TED Talks. That's trademarked. So we're going to do SEPs, short educational presentations. These will be, you'll get more information on that in just a moment, but the intent is to expose you to a lot of cutting edge ideas to help you think differently when you go back to your organizations about how to serve either the departments that you work with or the people of California. After that, you're going to get to go to extended education sessions. These are hour-and-a-half education sessions that really drill down on kind of general themed topics designed either for workforce or leadership development within California government. Then we'll come back together for lunch. We'll have 5 more presenters showing you some really cool and innovative ways of looking at civic engagement. Then in the afternoon, we're going to have some very focused education sessions, 2 very focused education sessions within the 7 different tracks that we're working in. And the intent with those tracks is to help you get some very specific knowledge within your line or role of responsibility. Finally, we'll have our closing remarks, and Secretary Batcher will be here to first of all, thank you for the investment of the day, but also to share her vision and some of her ideas and concepts for the future from Government Operations Agency. And then, the fun part, food and drinks out in the Solution Center area to network and share your notes and ideas and concepts and things you've learned from the day. For those of you that are tweeters, Twitterers, I'm too old for all that stuff. So if you want to tweet anything about the forum, use the hashtag GovTransformation2016. All right, so it's time to kick off the event. This event is done in partnership with the Government Operations Agency. This agency was created by Governor Brown's 2012 government reorganization to pull together state departments that serve government. Key goals of the reorganization are to build a service culture and to modernize the state's business processes. As part of the mission, the agency's secretary, Mary Bell Batcher, is leading Governor Brown's initiative to streamline and update California's civil service system, and GovOps has played a major role in shaping this forum over the last 2 years. Normally, Secretary Batcher would be here to welcome everybody. Unfortunately, she has been detained by forces outside of her control. Luckily, though, she has a tremendous team around her, and we're fortunate to have Stuart Drown joining us. He is the Deputy Secretary for Innovation and Accountability for the Government Operations Agency. As part of his work for the agency, Mr. Drown is involved in the state's Open Data Initiative, as well as its Lean Process Reengineering pilot and the overhaul of the state's supervisor and management training. Please join me in welcoming Stuart Drown.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of the Government Operations Agency. Mary Bell Batcher was sorry to not be here right now. She will be here later today. She'd be thrilled to see so many people here and out in the lobby waiting to get in. Last year she was really impressed with the work that was done here and the ideas that were sprouted and the conversations that developed after the ideas that people were exposed to had a chance to think about them and how they would affect their own work or inform their own work. We had a lot of engaging speakers and a lot of deep looks at how governments, including ours, were changing the way they do business. And today's lineup shows that the organizers have worked really hard to make this event even better. So it's exciting to see the lineup of speakers we have that have organized their presentations around the themes of enable, evolve, and engage. So we're entering a new way of thinking here in government, and it's slowly spreading. We're doing a lot of work, and as we work with other departments, we see the ideas that they are bringing up as well. So there are exciting things that are happening, but there will be more change. We're already there in our personal lives. We carry around more technology in our pockets or in our purses than many of us have on the desktops when we go to work. Customers that we see now expect on-demand services for most things, and long gone are the days when you actually had to go to a bank to deposit a check. Now you don't even have to go to an ATM. You can just take a picture of it with your phone. And this is true for so many things in our daily lives, and the people that we deal with, the public, is expecting that more and more from the services they get from California state government. So where is state government? Well, we're working hard, and we're going to go through some of the things that we're doing that'll push along those efforts. But We really have to make the point that change is here and will keep on changing, and we're going to have to keep finding new ways to do things. And some of the people that or all of the people that you're going to hear today have ideas that we need to think about how we can integrate into the way we do business, and how they fit and whether they fit and to what degree they're appropriate. There are things that only government can do. They're complicated things. But if we fail to come up with new and innovative ways to deliver these services, people are going to go around this. So let's talk about enable, engage, and evolve. What do we mean by enable? Bill Eggers, who will be presenting later this morning, talks about triple sector innovation incubators, where government creates a physical or online space for citizens and entrepreneurs and government to collaborate to create new solutions for economic or societal issues. It's a site like GitHub. It's a widely known place where software is built and borrowed that brings developers and governments together from all over the world by creating a space where they can collaborate on code, on data sharing, and on policy. The California Health and Human Services Agency has posted their open data handbook on GitHub, and it's where people can go to see where it is and make comments. And they could do that as well with their own website, but it's in both places. It's a way to reach out. What can government do and achieve if we grow these spaces? California is dipping its toe into these waters right now. At GovOps, we've been working on open data. Last fall, we partnered with the Department of General Services, the Department of Technology, and the private sector, and a lot of citizen coders to host the first codathon of its kind centered on the theme of sustainability. This partnership led to, for us, shocking results with citizen coders producing 14 different apps focused on sustainability over the course of a weekend. One of the winners is here today, and he'll tell you a little bit more about his project. As a result of that effort, the Department of Technology has opened a sandbox on CalCloud to allow coders to take their own shot at using government data and some of the apps that were developed to tinker with and refine and add their own ideas. And now we're learning how to integrate some of these open source tools, and this presents a new learning opportunity and a new way to engage with solution-oriented citizens. And with all of this, we're enabling the public to help make us better. And it's an admirable goal. Evolve. This is an area where the Secretary is really working to make sure that California is at the forefront of the growing movement of agile procurement for IT projects. Government has spent too long thinking about there has to be a fix, and the fix has to be a single, massive, complicated, monolithic, enterprise-wide IT solution. Government does have complicated processes that have to be integrated, and there's a danger in trying to oversimplify that. Whether it's child welfare or the process of obtaining a license or field case management or tracking taxpayer files or even applying for a civil service job. So we have these complicated processes, and in our aim to get a single massive solution, we've developed a very complex process to develop a complicated solution, which in our bidding process results in maybe 2 or 3 bidders, if we're lucky, and systems that are outdated before we can get them online. And one of the reasons that these monolithic projects have become so huge and complicated is because we ask them to do too much. We have requirements, and then we add requirements, and then we add more requirements. Some of these requirements are aimed at solely the state's needs and not necessarily the needs of the end user. And if a measure of a product's success is what value it creates for the end user, terms and conditions added to reduce the state's risk may, in the end, work against that goal. So we're not the only ones thinking that there should be a better way. Federal government has brought in key people to assist them. Ironically, most of them are from California. The most high-profile fix was the rescue of healthcare.gov in October 2013 at the Health and Human Services. This is when the ACA was going online, and the online system they had to sign people up was crashing and crashing and crashing. So they have some experience in this kind of crisis and how to fix it quickly. So as we thought about a new way to procure a new child welfare system, GovOps met with our Health and Human Services Agency, Code for America. We have some representatives here today, hi. And with Todd Park, who's the former White House technical advisor. After a brief whirlwind consultation within the administration, we decided to go in a different direction. We're breaking up this monolithic procurement into multiple RFPs and turning it into an agile procurement. So we're going to see how this demonstration project works, and if it's successful, it may very well change how the state looks at IT procurement overall. The process also is designed to reduce risk, both by breaking up the functional sections of the project into modules that can be bid out separately, and by asking vendors to deliver a project as soon as a viable version is ready. That won't be the final product, but it'll be something we can test to see if it works. The goal is to work with end users, in this case, county social workers charged with protecting children and their families, early in the process to make sure that the product that is delivered is useful to those end users immediately. Then continue to refine and improve the system based on that input. Speed and iteration are essential to this agile development. So is involving the end user at the very beginning and then continuously throughout development and testing. Iteration, it sounds a lot like another word for evolve. Finally, we have engage. Engage sounds easy enough, doesn't it? Just pick up the phone. People are trying to engage with us. We in government think about we engage citizens all the time. We process their forms, we answer their calls, we take their complaints. Is that engaging? Well, it is, but we have to think about engaging our customers and our citizens differently and kind of raise our game. It has to go beyond standard interactions and kind of meet them where their expectations are. Customers expect more. So we're developing new websites. CalHR just launched as a website that allows a person to apply for a state job online. It's not exactly groundbreaking, but for us, it marks real progress. We also have a robust mobile gallery that features apps from state and local government, so we're getting there. Engagement isn't only about customers. We're working to engage more with our employees, our federal state colleagues here. Last summer, GovOps conducted its first ever statewide employee engagement survey. We surveyed 5,000 people, employees, and asked them to rank 10 statements from strongly agree to strongly disagree. The results were encouraging. State employees most agreed with the statement, "I believe my work makes a difference in the lives of Californians, and I know what is expected of me on the job." They least agreed with these statements, "I receive recognition for doing good work, and people where I work are accountable for results." The survey also asked respondents to describe their jobs in 3 words. The top 5 responses: challenging, important, stressful, rewarding, and interesting. This helps us know where we are strong and where we can do better, and we're working on this right now. Another piece that's in motion right now is an idea that's been borrowed from the federal government. This microtasking, to use the skills of their employees to solve specific problems or to get specific jobs done. CalPERS is already involved in this. They've created an internal website, Illuminate, where their employees can billboard their talents to work on different projects. Often we don't know what hidden talents our employees have, but we need to allow them to use those talents for the benefit of themselves and for the benefit of the state and the people we serve. If we unleash the skills of our workforce in a more collaborative manner, how much more can state government achieve? GovOps has also launched the Eureka Academy with the goal of transforming government from an antiquated, bureaucratic, and wasteful systems into customer-driven, creative, and sustainable government. The approach takes traditional lean process reengineering and adapts it for the public sector. Employees are critical to making this whole lean process work, and helping employees improve the way they do their jobs through this lean discipline and process can help their engagement tremendously. So as I said, we are making progress, but we know there's a lot of great ideas out there, and there's a lot of great ideas in this room. And so we're anxious to hear about those, so let's get on with the day. Thank you very much.